much. You know, who better to ask about the health of the high street and how people are buying clothes than Ozwald Boateng, one of Britain's most influential and successful fashion designers. Steph there, taking a look at, getting a taste of the high street. How do you think people are viewing how much money they now want to spend on clothes, how discretionary spending is changing?
I think people are much more cautious now, in particular on the high street. But at the luxury end of the market, I mean, obviously it's slightly different. And the rise of a lot of the emerging markets like China and India, you're seeing another type of consumer buying in luxury goods. But I think on the high street now, it's very difficult. There's not as much money as there has been previously. So yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned the luxury side of the market, which is, of course, what you do. A film has been made.
Yeah.
12 years following you, doing your business and in your private life. Extraordinary. It's called A Man's Story, and we can have a little glimpse now into Ozwald's life. Have a look at this.
It's almost there, but I mean, I'd like us to be let out a little bit.
It's too tight. Yeah. Is that too tight?
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes me sexy. So when, you know, when I want to be sexy, I go see my man and he hook it up.
Well, he's got tremendous style and panache, and if he can get me in a suit, he can get anybody in a suit.
Frankly, unless you're wearing Ozwald Boateng, you're not dressed properly.
What are you looking for here? Anything in particular, or just what?
No, it's intuitive. I'm trying to understand it. The touching is also understanding. You're born in London, so you have an English understanding of what that is. You know you're African, you know where your roots are. On the other hand, you're not being accepted because you're black. But there was a massive cultural tension, massive. Because you were in a minority, you were seen you were alone. The riots demonstrated that you weren't alone. You either took a very radical position, said, I'm black and it's a real problem in life, or I'm black, it's difficult, but I'm going to make it work. So you had to park colour as an issue and just get on with it.
Well, Oswald, it's very interesting. We'll come back to some of your celebrity fans in a minute. But there's still your own story and what you made reference to there. Maybe now people take it a little bit for granted because you're so established, your place in the fashion industry. But there was a time when you were a unique colour in that environment as a men's fashion designer. Yeah,
but I think what's amazing about the film, because it's filmed over 12 years, and what Varian Bonnicus was able to achieve is he took moments of my life and sort of sculptured this film, which is like almost like when little pieces of moments and sculptured into the story, which is a man's story. So what happens when you see it, maybe 5-10 minutes into the film, you kind of forget about me and start thinking about yourself. It's a very unique piece of work. I think Varian done it.
You see, I've seen it, and I don't think you do forget about you.
Oh, wow, okay.
Great, that's just my opinion. Okay. I mean, I think you do have a fascinating story. You were the youngest and first black man to have a store on Savile Row.
Yeah.
The film also takes a look at your course of business. You had one business which you struggled a lot with in a divorce, and it also tracks your marriage and the birth of your children. So it is very much about you. And I just wonder why you would allow someone in to observe those pretty personal moments of your life.
Well, first and foremost, it wasn't planned. It was all by accident. And I think the intention was only supposed to film for like 6 months when we initially started. And that 6 months became 3 years, 5 years, and I said, look, we've got to stop this. And then when it got to 12 years, I kind of realized that I kind of had to let go and give into it. And so what you see is the truth of that period. And I think what happens is, I think when you're making a project like, because you don't plan it, it's a very creative process, and you've got to like just say, well, this is what's going to be made, and accept that. And if you look at the piece, it's the challenges that everyone has. You know, we all try to balance our work life with our personal lives. We're all striving for success, and the film kind of deals with all those points in a way that everyone can understand.
OK, Oswald, let's you and me talk fashion, man to man.
All right, good.
Now, you see, there you are, sitting there. Can I touch this? You're wearing a kind of wool
knitted... A knitted jacket,
knitted jacket. Now, here's what's annoying, right?
Yeah.
You are 6'4", devastatingly good-looking, slim physique.
Wow, thank you for the boost. I need that right now, by the way.
You can kind of wear this stuff, and you make these beautiful suits that sit beautifully on these wonderful, slim men. There might be people out there, not dissimilar from me, who are thinking, I can't wear that stuff. I'll look a bit foolish in an orange suit or a, you know, that just kind of, it feels quite a long way away from where...
But I do.
Do you know what I'm talking
about? No, but I do a lot of navy suits too.
Yeah, well, I'm not just talking about the colour.
And grey, and also it's about cut. And you got to understand, I have a shop in Savile Row, which I've had for 17 years. So it's all about cut as well as the colour of the cloth. It's all about the detail.
Is that men can, I think some men, and I include myself in this category, can be a little bit intimidated by really stylish people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would recommend you come and see me tomorrow.
You think I could turn a corner?
In fact, I could. What I'd say is I could definitely make you a beautiful suit. That I'm sure.
I'll tell you who's not intimidated in the way our dear Charlie is. All those Hollywood stars. I mean, we can have a look. You've had some amazing clients. We've seen Will Smith there before, and we're going to see more again.
So now this is you doing the Hollywood thing. Now, when you're meeting all these extremely famous people and they are loving your clothes and stuff, how does that make you feel?
No, I do it because I enjoy it and I love what I create. So, for me, if they feel good about what I create, it's the best thing.
I think we can hear what Will Smith thinks. Let's have a think.
A young black designer out of England. His name is Ozwald Boateng. Boateng. It's a B-O-A Tang.
What does having someone like Will Smith endorse your brand do for you, do for your business?
That's great. I mean, it's a great thing.
I mean, as a fashion designer, do you have to be dressing the stars to be considered successful now?
It's part of the business to dress celebrity, so there is a sort of mechanism about it. But I think with me, I dress a lot of well-known people almost from the beginning of my sort of career. So I've kind of got used to the language of that. And so, in particular when it comes to awards, there's something very personal I do. I kind of find someone that I'd like to dress, I go and see them and I dress them personally. So there's a kind of connection around the product.
Tell me about John Hurt, because I think we can see a picture of him, and this is him picking up his award at the BAFTAs.
Yeah.
You dressed him,
yes.
And I know, because he sat with us here about a month ago, he's a man who loves his clothes.
Yes,
he came in, I think he came in an extraordinary, I think it was a velvet suit or something he came in that day.
That's right, yeah.
You must have fun. I mean, apart from actually meeting these people.
No. I mean, nothing beats meeting, you know, these very talented people and having the opportunity to dress them. It's what I basically work for.
That was Tom Hooper, director of The King's Speech, and this is Thomas Alfredson, director of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. It's interesting when you dress all these people. So you've said to Charlie you would have him in your store and dress him. So it wouldn't bore you to dress, no offence, a layman, an ordinary person.
Well, I hope I dress a lot of ordinary people because, I mean, I don't have so many celebrities as my clients, which, actually, let's do that. Let's make you a suit.
Well,
let's make you a suit and let's see how you feel once you have it.
In all fairness,
why we do this?
I think Charlie
let's see if I can do this.
I do think Charlie looks fine.
Really? What about someone like Jeremy Clarkson? Are there people who make your eyes just roll?
Oh, no, I mean, it's my job. It's what I do. Like I said, I'm ready to dress you. So when are you coming in?
Well, we'll see.
I think Charlie looks lovely, but as do you. Good luck with the documentary. A Man's Story. It's released in the cinemas on March the 9th. There's an interesting insight.
For lots of stuff in the
So I have to ask one thing. So you've seen the film, right?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so what was the one moment in the movie that stuck out the most for you?
When your second marriage broke down. I thought that was very interesting. And I'm not going to say anything more because people will need to go watch it. But I thought it was an interesting insight into a very successful man.
Oswald, lovely to see you here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks.
We have two of the stars of Upstairs Down.